Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Adora Obi Onweze. I'm president of the Florida State Conference NACP. I'm here in Orlando, and we're going to be riding through 15 cities in Florida. And in those cities, we're going to be working on several things. One is voter registration. We have got to be able to register voters in our community. We've got to be able to get the voters out to vote. We've got to organize. We've got to make sure that we get messages in and out of every street that we live on. Every house must be touched. We must also touch our young people. We've got to begin to educate our children as soon as they start talking. And let me tell you, the latest research has told us something for everybody to understand, and that is that our children begin to learn when they are in the womb of their mothers. They now know that they can hear and that they learn. So we have got to start as early as we can. And then we must understand how to do this. You've got to understand exactly what the rules are. The rules have changed in voter registration. Please learn them. Talk to your elected officials about what you must do. And if you're not being treated fairly, be sure to contact them and contact the NAACP. So the NAACP will be doing voter registration as we go on these rides. We'll also be talking about the issues that we're facing in our communities. There are many issues. Number one, we have to understand that we have a governor who plans to take away all of our rights. We now know that not only is the money being taken from the Harriet T. and Harriet V. Moore commemoration in Mims, Florida on July 1st, but teachers will not be increasing their salaries. They will not receive increased salaries. When you look at the salary of a teacher, it makes you want to cry. Just think, the profession that should have the highest salary has the lowest salary because our governor has decided that teachers don't deserve to make a living salary, and certainly a salary that they can benefit from for their families. We also know that we are faced with the fact that he doesn't want our children to know anything about Black history, not even anything about their history, to the point that he has banned books in all of the libraries, all of the schools that exist. And in schools who are determined to teach, he's determined to actually fire them if they try it, take the money away from them. The poet laureate, who is Amanda Gorman, she was a poet laureate for President Biden at his inauguration. She actually created the poem, which is very well done. It is superb, to tell you the truth. And we love it. And it's in a book. The books were banned in the very school where she's teaching now. And not only were they banned, but we're calling it a ban. They said they promoted it to the secondary level. That's not anything but a ban. It means the children in primary classes don't have an opportunity to read the poem. And then they want her out too. So we can't have this. At what point do we stop and say, what is it that we need to do to ensure that our children are educated, to be sure that our children have access to learning, be sure that our children have access to the jobs that they so richly deserve? So the number of things that we've got to address, they are many. And not only do they want to take away what's happening now, but what has happened even in the past and what would happen for the future. We are very serious about this bus protest. We are going into 15 cities, all the way from the north to the south of Florida. And we want you to please cut on your radio. We're going to be on social media, Twitter, we're going to be on Facebook and all the other social medias so that you will be able to hear and see us function. We want it recorded. We want you to know exactly what we do as we go from city to city. And for those of you who are listening, we want you to get involved because we need you. All of us should be involved. There is nobody who's not impacted, and it's not positive. We are concerned about the jobs we have now. There's no guarantee. Would you please look at the fact that the governor took persons who were sitting on school boards in school districts around the state of Florida? He removed them, and he put in their places people that he chose to be on the school board. He didn't even trust the school board members to be able to support a quality education for all children. So we've got a lot of work to do. When you start dealing with education and start destroying education, then you're dealing with our minds and you're preventing us to be able to think for ourselves and not thinking always because somebody else told us. We've got to verify it. We've got to make sure that we qualify it. We've got to make sure that we understand, does it fit or not? Is it good for us or not? So we've got to be able to think through all of the issues that we're faced with on a daily basis as it relates to our learning. And remember, you never stop learning. Every day of the year, there is something that you should be learning. So join the NAACP. The NAACP has been out here since 1909, and we're still out here. We're fighting because we have to fight. We're not free. We had hoped we'd be free when the chains dropped, but they really didn't become free. What happened? The chains moved to our minds so that our minds couldn't work anymore, and therefore we would fail. That's what they're hoping for. But oh no, the NAACP is not going to allow that. We are going to work throughout this country, day and night, to make sure that those who want to join us will do that. Join this fight. It's taking all of us, no matter where you live, no matter your age, you can fight with the NAACP and fight for rights. We've got many rights that we need to fight for. We need to understand that with our education, we can make better choices about our physical health. We can make better choices about our mental health. We can make better choices about our life entirely. Everybody is entitled to a high quality of life. Thank you very much.